So dysfunctional.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dysfunctional Films. I'm your host Jovaughn Stevens, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make swing text with an After Effects. Now this is an effect you often see in motion graphics videos, but I thought it'd be a fun new way of doing it. There are scripts online that can do this effect, such as Type Monkey, but this allows you to have greater control of what you're doing. So without further ado, let's get started. So as always, we're going to create a new composition. 10 seconds, 720, 30 frames per second. That's fucking beautiful. And I'm going to fit to comp so I can see everything. I'm just going to create a new background, so I'm going to double click on my rectangle, make one the size of my composition, click on fill, make sure I have radial gradient. I'm going to double click on here, set one to black, one to white, and just drag that bad boy out until I have something I like, and that is fine. I'm going to scale it up a little bit so I don't get these white edges here. That's one of the only problems with this. Actually, you know what it is? I have a stroke on there, so I'm just going to remove my stroke, and that should fix it. But just to be safe, sometimes I just scale it out. And there we go, beautiful. So I'm just gonna lock my, I'm gonna rename this layer. Double click and right click and rename. Stupid. And type BG for background, and I'm gonna lock that, and that is good. So now we don't need to see that layer, so I'm gonna hide it. I'm gonna hide you. I don't need you. And let's get right into it. So we need text. How do we create text in After Effects? We're going to use the text tool. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to type in swinging, and I'm going to group together the text that I want to keep. So text in After Effects. Oops. And yeah, there we go. So we have swinging text in After Effects. I'm going to keep swinging where it is. Text in, I can scale down. And I'm just going to increase my tracking a lot. Let's try 650. Ooh, pretty close. Do I want to? I'll scale it down. And I'll change my font. Swinging text in. I like that. Maybe I increase my tracking a little bit more. After Effects. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Let's scale after down. And what is this? 133. Scale you down. 133. And yeah, that looks about good-ish. At least for the sake of this tutorial. I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with better stuff than me. Yeah, so I'll call that quits. I'm just going to grab all my text layers here. I'm just going to move them all down to the center of my composition. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now we have swinging text in After Effects, and right now they're not swinging. So I'm going to trim my comp to 5 seconds, because 10 seconds is way too long. I'm going to trim comp to work area. And I'm going to jump forward to 10 frames, but before I have to do any sort of animating, I need to change my anchor point. By default, my anchor point is over here. It's not even on the point, which I find really stupid. It is off center. It's not even on anything. So I'm going to move my anchor point to the top here. So if you have the motion script, which I'm going to be using for this video, I mentioned in my previous video, it's not necessary to use motion script, but you can use a motion script. It's created by Matt from Matt Mograph. It's $25 on mattmograph.com, and it makes doing motion graphics in After Effects all the more easy. So I suggest you grab it. It's because, you know, Matt, he did a really good job with this. Support Matt, because it's things like this that make the motion graphics community all the better. Moving on, so we're going to position our anchor point to the top of our text. So the motion script, you have the anchor point tool. There's other scripts that do this, but he integrated it to the motion script, which is beautiful. You can just click here and it'll put the anchor point at the top. If you don't have the motion script, you can just click on your layer and you can move it yourself manually. Just grab your move anchor point tool and, you know, just drag that baby around and put it as close as possible. Or if you hold control, it'll automatically snap to the nearest edge or point. So I'm just going to drag it there. But I love the motion script because you can select multiple layers and then just hit move anchor point, and boom, they're both at the top. Look at that. Look at that. So now what we want to do is we want to keyframe our rotation. So I'm going to turn these layers off. Nope, wrong one. I'm going to actually reorder these so that way I have them in the order of which I'm animating. Effects is last, after is after text. Beautiful. So I'm going to turn these layers off, and I'm going to keyframe my rotation. So I'm going to hit R to bring my rotation and I'm going to jump forward 20 frames. I'm going to keyframe my rotation, go back to 10 frames. I'm going to set another keyframe. I'm going to rotate this. Oops. I forgot a step. You have to make sure these layers are all 3D. And I'm going to unkeyframe my rotation, go back 20 frames per second, keyframe my X rotation, go back 10 frames per second, and I'm going to rotate it back in Z space until I just can't see it. So that is fine, even though I can still see it at the top there. That is perfectly fine. So so now we have this swinging. That looks beautiful. No, it doesn't. I'm going to select these layers. I'm going to hit F9, or we're going to layer. Where is it? Keyframe Assistant Easy Ease, and that should do some fancification for me, so it's much smoother. That's okay. But I'm going to use the motion script here, and I'm gonna adjust my speed. So let's see what this does. Play. That's interesting. Let's go to half res so it loads a bit faster. Let's try this one. Let's see what this does. Let's do that. Swinging, beautiful. So now what I'm gonna do is here. I'm gonna put an excite expression on this this particular rotation. Now what that would do is that will cause it to well. How far do I have to push this? That will cause it to, okay, let me see what I'm doing. Oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay, well, what you want to do is speed graph. You want to make sure that this is all the way over like that. And it comes to a pretty dramatic halt. And what the excite expression will do is it will cause it to, wiggle back and forth. Now that's a little too much for my liking. So I'm gonna go to where it's at its max, and I'm just gonna bring the bounce value down. No, wait, that was up. Bring it. What is happening here? That's still too much. Bring it down to 0. Let's see what happens. Nah, no, we need more than that. Just say 5. And we turn our friction down a little so it lasts a bit longer. Nope, well, we need more friction. More friction. Friction is good. Okay, interesting. Maybe a little bit more bounce, and we turn our overshoot down. Turn our friction down a little bit. One more bounce, more bounce. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Anyway, so moving on. So we have our swinging text. So that's good. So I'm going to turn that one off. That ends right about here, so I'll jump forward about 5 frames. And I'll turn it off. I'll turn on my text in layer. And I want this to swing in together. And we're basically going to do the same thing. This time I'll do it without the motion script so you can see how you can do it yourself. So again, keyframe our rotation. This is where we start. We go forward 10 frames. If you hold, I believe, shift page down, I haven't used this in so long. That jumps forward 10 frames, and we'll keyframe it. That's where we want it to end. We're going to go forward, and we're going to bring our rotation back. Just so that way it's like that. And text in. Now we're just going to go straight to the motion script from here. Actually, no, we're not using motion script, right? That's right. So we're going to go into our graph editor, and we're going to first effect keyframe assistant easy ease. So now we have this Bezier, and we're just going to do this here. So now what this is affecting, I'm in my speed value graph, speed graph. So this will affect the speed of my animation. But what I want to do is also I want to have this is my value. So as you can see, it's going to go from 95 degrees straight down to 0 degrees. But what I want to do is I want it to have an overshoot a little bit. So I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to bring my rotation below and then I'm gonna bring it back, and then a little bit below, and then back. That might be really too fast. No, yeah, that was way too fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump back in here. So I just created a whole bunch of keyframes. I'm gonna hold Alt and drag out, and that should spread my keyframes out for me. And that's better. I'll hold Alt and just drag a little bit more. There you go. So now we have this 1, 2, 3. That looks pretty cool. So that's an easy way to do it without that. If you really wanted, you can create an expression yourself for it to do it a little bit more natural and better. But just for the sake of this, I'm gonna leave it where it is. I'm just gonna grab these and jump into here and smooth them out a little. Oopsie daisy, that's not what I meant to do. Smooth these babies out a little bit. This ending here is pretty sharp for me, so I'm going to curve that. Just so that it has a little bit more of a natural movement. Because that's what we're trying to create. Recreate the natural, make it look like it has gravity. So that looks decent. So I'm going to leave that as it is. And for the next two, I'm just going to use the motion script just because it makes life way easier, as you can see. So that ends right here. I'm jumping forward about 5 frames, so let's go here. We'll hit R and turn this baby back on so we can see what we're doing. We're going to keyframe our X rotation, jump forward 10 frames, shift page down, and go back, and I'm going to set this rotation to, negative 91 degrees, because it has to be 91 degrees. If we don't use 91 degrees, that's going to be a problem. So we have that animation. We're going to go in here with motion script, and we're just going to drag the baby up. We're going to select Excite, and let's see what parameters we had for this one. We had 14, 32, 70. So let's mix it up a little. So let's say 15, 30, and let's go with 60 on this one. Let's see what that looks like. What? Why didn't you not do what I wanted you to do? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Try that now. No? Still nothing? Okay, let's check the... Okay, oh, you know why? I eased it on the wrong side. I'm gonna bring this one up. This one. There you go, that's the one. See? So this eases from the ending. It eases to a smooth ending, and this does the front, and this just does it on, equally in both ends of the keyframes. So now we have that. Look at that. That is beautiful. So we have text in After Effects. So this is way smoother than that, as you can see. And I want this effects to start midway here. So I'm going to hit rotation, scroll down a little, shift page down, keyframe my X, shift page up to go back 10 frames, set another keyframe, rotate this, whatever, 92, not 91. Are they the same height? Oh, that's weird. Okay, yeah, that works. And then I'm just gonna, do that. Excite. That's 17, 33, 50. Just so that way they're not all the exact same, robotic. Oh, no, wait, what did I do? Or what didn't I do? Why is that not doing what I want it to do? Why does the internet hate me? Is it? Oh. Okay, so I set that. And I said Excite. What did I just do? My orientation. Why is my orientation there? If you ever have something you want to get rid of in your motion script, you have this trash, and that will remove any. I believe it would remove. Yeah, there you go. No, wait, wrong one. It should remove scripts from your. There you go. Yeah. Orientation needs to go. Trash. There you go. So now let's just re-excite this. Motion excite. No property selected. Excite. And there we go. You know what? Leave the default. That's fine. That's beautiful. So that's it, really. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control A to select all our layers, hit U to hide all our keyframes, or show all our keyframes. And yeah, so we have this right now. Swinging text in After Effects. Now, this swinging is ridiculously stupid. No, overshoot needs to go down way too much. And our friction, can you go past 100? That works. Turn our balance down a little, just because I don't like it. That looks good. Text in After Effects. Beautiful. And so what we're going to do at this point is we're going to trim all our layers. We're going to hit Alt front bracket to just before, or just when our text starts swinging. So it's invisible until it starts swinging. So text in starts right there. Alt trim after starts right here. Effects start right there. So now this is what we have. Beautiful. And now what the final step, this is completely optional depending on what you're doing, is you can parent these layers to one another. So I'm going to parent effects to text in, After Effects to text in, and text into swinging. And then you get this remarkable effect. Oh, wait, no, you don't see it. So if you see it, the text in is actually swinging along with the swinging. So let me just slide these all forward a little bit. Swinging text in After Effects. Swinging text in After Effects. So they're parent to each other, so the position, that's why we set we parented this, to the bottom of this. So now it's actually going to move along with the bottom of that. So we have this almost wave-like effect. And I love to use it. So that's basically it. The final things that I would do is turn motion blur on altogether, and then we'll get the whole, complete comprehensive animation. So that's swinging text in After Effects. It's really easy. Anyone can do it, even morons, because I did it. Although I'm not a moron, but I like to think of myself as special, in a good way, sort of. So yeah, swinging text in After Effects is really easy. You can use a motion script. You don't have to use a motion script. I suggest you get it. $25. MontMoGraph.com. And tell Matt I sent you. But yeah, this is it. Swinging text in After Effects. You can do it yourself. You can do any version of After Effects. Really easy to do. And that's it for this video. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you liked it, let me know in the comments. Tell me what you'd like for another video. I got a request for this one in particular. And yeah, just shoot me a comment. Tell me if you like my name. Someone sent that before. That was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, someone likes my name. I don't like my name, but you actually know my name's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's it for this tutorial. Be sure to come back for more. Try to upload a little bit more frequently than I have been, and I'll see you next time.